What's going on YouTube? This is Dre the Plug coming at you guys with some more technical heat, and in this video I just want to showcase some other engineers and pretty much give light on like other engineers out here besides myself. You know, I always go into details about different aspects of being an electrical engineer, of being a General Motors engineer, and I have another one sitting right beside me who's also a General Motors engineer out here in Detroit, Michigan. And he's just gonna say his piece, drop some jewels, and just educate you guys on some other aspects of being a mechanical engineer versus an electrical like myself. So jumping into the first few questions, it's gonna be just let the people know your name, the school you went to, your major, job description. Just jump into all of that and just give them some details.
All right, cool. So what's up, everyone? My name is Josiah Kidd, originally from Chicago, Illinois. Went to school out in Georgia Southern University with a bachelor's of science and mechanical engineering. And now I'm up here in Detroit, Michigan, working at General Motors as an open innovation engineer. And a little bit of what that entails is I work with external partnerships that General Motors have, and I will see what type of innovation that they have going on in their institution, and then I'll bring that back within the company and see where we can implement that innovation.
Okay, so why did you choose this field in particular? Like, you know, you're an ME, y'all have like your own little swag about y'all, you know, the electrical, we still the best, but why did you decide to cross over to the dark side?
All right, so with mechanical engineering, you know, I found this out before going in, just how broad it was as a field, you know, and just the knowledge spectrum that we learn in mechanical engineering, from the science to the math to the research to the testing, analysis, and actually performing whatever type of mechanics is going on. So I feel like this skill set, this mindset is very valuable in any type of company that you go into, whether it's you're manufacturing a car or producing microwaves. You know, you're always going to need some type of design, some type of drawing, some type of structure to that, and that's where mechanical engineering comes in.
True. Okay, so jumping into our next question, what do you feel like benefited you the most being inside of this role of being a mechanical engineer? What did you gain the most out of everything from school to being in the industry, from the connections, from all the different conferences? What would you say was the most beneficial thing?
I would honestly say the most beneficial thing is the actual mindset that you have as a mechanical engineer. I was once told that having a background in mechanical engineering and having business endeavors or having that entrepreneur spirit is lethal. And once you take this mindset of mechanical engineering and have this structure behind you, this scientific method behind you, it makes it more easy for you to go through and implement processes much more effectively. Reverse engineer, you know, find out what the problem is, reverse engineer, and get the solution for the pain points of whoever the end customer is. I think that's the biggest benefit is just having that mindset of going through certain processes.
All right, so you was just on Amazon one day, right? You was like, man, like, I'm always buying products on Amazon. Why am I not selling them, right? Why am I not like showcasing my own type of product on the website and pushing my own? So how did you get into actually selling these specific type of bags or just selling products in general? How do you go about doing that on Amazon?
Yeah, definitely. So, selling those type of bags, I was just at a point where I just see a lot of things that's not necessarily good for the environment. So I was just on that path where, you know, I want to create more of a biodegradable, bio-friendly type of brand, community, merchandise to just have my impact within that, right? So I kind of made it hard for myself. You could go for any type of product on Amazon. I kind of made it hard for myself by going this route because, you know, it's not necessarily a flamboyant subject, but sometimes the subjects that's less flamboyant is where most people will buy that product. And less competition, right? So I went on Amazon, bought certain products or certain softwares to analyze certain products. What's selling, what's the price point with that? Where's the market, right? You want to know where the market is and how the market is responding to certain products. So, after finding the product that had great numbers, I'm all about the numbers as an engineer. I'm all about the numbers, seeing what's selling.
Right.
I then found out, that supplier or that product, then I found the supplier right after. Right. So you're constantly negotiating. Communication is key. It's a very valuable skill set that you should have. So I'm constantly negotiating with suppliers, trying to find that better deal. So after talking with the suppliers, after having them send me samples, I test out the samples, over a week or 2 or 3 time frame. I would then decide on which product will be best for my brand. So then I'll negotiate a deal with that supplier. I'll have them ship it over, whether through air or boat. Air is a lot much faster to get it into the warehouse, but boat is a lot much cheaper. So wherever you are in that stage, you'll get that product shipped over, and then you're selling right there. You have it up online, and then you go through your own tactics of how you want to market it out there to get it to the customer.
All right, so drop all of the different steps of what you did from actually owning your own product on Amazon and actually helping push it and getting it all the way out to the point to where I was able to purchase one.
Right. Yeah. So you're doing research. You're constantly doing research at the beginning. You're doing research on the entire market, on that niche, whatever niche you want to get into, and then after you've done that research, you find the product. After you find the product, you create that entire brand behind that product, of how you want to go about it. And then you reach out to a supplier, have that supplier make it, get some samples.
Is this through Amazon? You'll see the product and, the supplier always had his little name and email. That's pretty much what you did to contact them?
No, the supplier is actually through a different website. I use Alibaba, for example. There's plenty of wholesaler websites out there, wholesaler platforms. I use Alibaba, where you'll find a lot of Chinese suppliers. I'll contact the supplier, have them send a sample, then have them, after testing the sample, have them ship it over the full bulk of whatever order I created, and then it's in the warehouse. And then your marketing at that point. I know Andre bought one. That was just a little word of mouth marketing.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all you gotta do is just ask.
That's all you gotta do is ask. You don't ask, you don't get. So you gotta communicate. Going back to communication. Yeah, I just wanted to end it on this. Go ahead, check out the link below in the bio. Check out the reusable bags by New Chakra, and feel free to leave a positive review.
Hey man, go click up on that link, man. Come on, come support.
Gotta support, man. Gotta support.
All right, so most of my engineering friends, including myself, all of us just so happen to always have some type of side hustle. At least most of us. You all know that I'm basically a barber behind the scenes, or I had a whole another barber channel, but now I'm gonna actually jump into what's your side hustle? What's something that you also do on the side of being a mechanical engineer for General Motors?
Yeah, absolutely. I always believe in financial freedom and working on what you need to do to earn that financial freedom. I've been saying for years how much the internet is it's a growing monster right now. It's like America on crack. People used to come here to America to get a business, get some cash flow going, and send it back to their country. Well, now you can do that anywhere you want to, just through the internet. So one thing I'm doing on that is doing e-commerce. So I'm selling through Amazon some silicone bags that I have with my brand New Chakra. We actually have some right here, New Chakra silicone bags. where you can use these and replace these with your regular plastic Ziploc bags. You can use these for anything, whether you're storing food or merchandise, jewelry. We even used it for an ice pack earlier today. You know, you can use these for anything. So that's just one endeavor. And other endeavors that I have going on, as I have that, you know, constantly creating and growing residual income, I'm also focused on buying businesses, specifically in the home healthcare industry, buying businesses, because honestly, you know, I've done that startup route, you know, again with the bags. And honestly, you know, I'm looking to buy businesses that's already making money. Buying revenue is what I'm doing.
Got you. You know, y'all seen my past video where I just mentioned pretty much the difference between having startups and actually leasing out an idea. Like, a lot of people just keep coming up to the table and basically mentioning that, you know, the startup route, it's a lot that go into it. It's a lot that you have to go into. 90% of startups fail. So it's always better to take a better approach once you hit those type of numbers. I mean, not to be discouraged or to say that you can't make a startup, but sometimes it's just like, you got to be realistic with yourself sometimes. If you can see it's somebody that already have a startup that's taking off and they're trying to sell it and it's something that you're into, why not be a part of that? Why not have some residual income coming in on top of what you're making versus having to start from scratch?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
All right, so before we just close it out right now, Josiah, what else would you have to say to some of the viewers that may be watching and may want to have some type of form of advice as far as moving forward with their business or any type of outside ventures that they're doing on top of their job? What's something that you would just want to drop some jewels and just give it to them?
You know, honestly, I would say, just from my experience, whenever you are going after a goal and simultaneously you're leading others to that goal, I think it's very important to never share doubts, you know, while you're after that common goal and trying to accomplish that. And also, perception is reality, people.
What do you mean by that? Perception is reality?
Perception is reality. So how you're going about your day, in any aspects, perception is reality. So for example, if you're trying to buy a home that's probably, you know, outside of your price range, but you want the realtor to take you serious. Imagine you showing up there in some type of, you know, 2002 Chevy Monte Carlo versus you coming up there with a chauffeur. You know, that realtor he's gonna look at you a lot more different than if you came in there with the 2002 Monte Carlo.
Right.
You know, he's gonna want to get you the better deal out of the situation, because it seems like, oh, you've been here before,
right?
And you're probably honestly someone I want to get to know a little bit more. So let me get a little bit more familiar with you.
Makes sense.
You know, perception is reality.
And that concludes this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really do help my channel when it comes down to the YouTube algorithm. If you guys have any questions regarding anything, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on the gram at DreDaPlug123. And then also go check out my other YouTube channel. This is actually my second channel. My first one was called Andre ClassicCuts. I basically go in and give tutorials about all types of different haircuts. I actually show people how to do different type of things with the clippers that has never been done, and I pretty much go into detail as to why certain things happen. So definitely go check out that channel. Besides that, be on the lookout for my next content that's dropping. Be on the lookout for it because it's coming real soon. And I'm out.